Start, huh? Okay. So question number 11, we are done. 12th and 13th, I'm skipping as of now because they're a bit lengthy and complicated. Although they are there in the like miscellaneous exercise of the textbook, but I had seen for y'all it is not done, and I doubt it is done for other colleges also. If it is done, then I will do separately. Okay. Otherwise, let's not waste time on those lengthy problems. If we get time, then we'll come back because there are many chapters to be covered. So let's not stress about the questions which will be not asked in the exams. Okay. So directly I'll do question number 14. Like let us finish all the chapters first. Then while revising, if we get time, we can go through that. So directly I'm doing question number 14. You can mark those 12 and 13 and keep. Normally they are not asked for exams because they are very lengthy ones. 13th one at least will go to like 2 pages problem like that solution. Okay. So directly we'll start with the 14th one. The sum of the n terms of two APs. So there are two APs. Okay. And their ratio is given as so SN1 like okay, find a ratio of their 12th term is asked. So we will see how to find it. This detail has been given. So right now there are your solution part will come like this. There are two APs, AP1 you write this side, AP2. For AP1, first term, both will not have the same first term. Now this one is different AP, this one is a different AP. A, we'll name this as A2. Common difference, we'll name this D1, we'll name this as D2. And number of terms are same because they are mentioned sum of n terms of the two APs. So if there are 10 terms in this, there will be 10 terms in this also. So n is same for both of them. Right. Okay. So these are the details. First term is let this be A1. Okay. So these are your details which are assuming. Now let us start with the sum formula. And what is the sum formula? N by 2, 2A plus n minus 1D. But here we'll have to put A1 and D1 because this is of the first sum. Same formula you write in the denominator. This is for second AP. And put A2 over there. Write this detail. N will not have N1 and N2 because both are same. N1 is equals to N2 will be equals to N because they have mentioned some of the N terms for both S1 and S2. Both AP and AP1 and AP2 have the same number of terms. So N is same. Now who will cancel? N by 2, N by 2 will cancel. Now next step what you do is we'll have to find some 12th term it is told, general term, 12th term. So for that we have to convert this formula into a general term formula. If you see the general term formula, nth term, what is the nth term formula? Says a plus n minus 1d. This is your general term formula. If you see, there is no 2 over there. Okay, so we'll have to try to get rid of this 2. So some formula we are trying to write it in the form of general term. So what you do is, next step, divide numerator and denominator by 2. These are your fixed steps. Okay, whenever such type of problem comes, always you have to divide by 2, because I want to get rid of this 2. So SN1. So all the terms will get divided by 2. Now write here. Now ratio of the 12th term is asked. Suppose 12th term. So as per the formula, what you should get over here? If you put A as 12, okay, 12th term, what A you should get? This over here, 12 minus 1D. You will get it as A plus 11D, correct? Over here at the side of D for A12, what you should get? 11 you should get. Okay, so this number should be 11. So equate it. So this number should turn out to be 11. So therefore what you do is, what value of n will give me 11 I want to calculate. So equate this to 11 and see how much value of n I need to put there so that this turns out to be 11. Why I'm, 23. Why I'm taking 11? Because 12th term ratio is asked. If 12th term is asked, then the side of D should always be 11 as per the general term formula. Okay, so one less than whatever term they have asked you to find, that you can equate this. So that this becomes 11. So A plus 11, because this will be your 12th term for sum, this will be your 12th term for sum of this ratio. So calculate this. So till this step you have understood. I took sum, okay, ratio of the sum I took. Okay, this is the sum formula for first AP, this is the sum formula for second AP. N was same for both of them. So I've cancelled this. To bring it into this form, I told you, and the term A plus n minus 1D, I want to bring it into this form. Okay, so A is there, but I don't want this 2. So that is why I've divided numerator and denominator by 2. If I'm dividing numerator, all the terms will get divided by 2. So till this step I got. Now ratio of 12th term is asked. So A12. So if I put A12 in the general term formula, I will end up getting it as 11D. So I want over here equals to 11. So that is why I have to equate this to 11. Now calculate the value of n. Calculate the value of n now. So cross multiply and see how much n value I get. So mark this as equation 1. If they had asked find ratio of the 15th term, what you would equate it to directly? 14. One less always. Always one smaller than this. Yeah, I should level. Comparing it with this. So side of D, it should turn out to be 11. If they had said 15, the formula, here it would have been 14. Then you have to equate it to 14. So n will turn out to be 23. Now put it back in equation 1. I'll write equation 1 again. And what is the answer given? What is the ratio given? That also is substitute. What is Sn1 upon Sn2 given? 3n plus 8 upon. So put it back. Put a value of n equals to 23 on both the sides. Now calculate this. So main answer is this. We are not interested in this part. Main value will be this one, whatever question they have given. So this anyways will turn out to be 11. Now calculate this. So ratio of their 12th term was asked. So 12th term, how you know? Because your side there is 11. Eleven table it will cancel, no? 11 sevens are 11 ones are 7 upon 16. Eleven table. Now, even if you have slight difficulty in the 14, we'll do again 15 ones, similar type. Okay, then you'll understand it better. After that, also, if you don't understand, then you ask. So now we'll not increase so many steps. Directly here itself, we will substitute and try to reduce at least 3 steps now. Okay, just for you to understand, that is why I had increased all the steps. Now you see, no need to make it so lengthy, this problem. Question number 15. Sn2 is given as now this part will remain same. Huh? Let first term be A1, A2. Common difference be D1, D2. Number of terms is same. And now write the sum formula. If it comes, then it is easy. Huh? Only first problem might be looking little difficult. But once you understand, it is simple. Just write the ratio what they have given. First AP you have to take A1, the other one is A2, D1. Or A dash also you can see, whichever you want. Dash also they might. If it is not done in your college, then it might not appear also in the exams. But if it is done, there are high chances that it will come. So Sn1, some formula I write both the places. N by 2, 2a plus n minus 1d. N by 2, 2a plus n minus 1d. Now here only thing is A1. This one can. Now, rather than writing it one more time, then dividing, here itself divide numerator and denominator by 2 you get. Next step. Now put the value of Sn1 and Sn2 here itself. What is the value of Sn1 upon Sn2 given? You substitute. It is given to us as 5n plus 4 upon mark it as equation 1. Now A17 is our 17 terms. So what will be A17 as per general term formula? A plus 17 minus 1D will be 16D. 18th term is asked. Okay, sorry. So that means this will be 7. So 17. So this value has to be equated to 70. Comparing. Now whatever n you get here, put it back in equation 1 on both the sides. Then you'll get the answer. If they have asked 18th term, then equate it to 70. Put n equals to 35 in both the places and calculate the answer. Getting this 179 upon 3. I think it's not getting cancelled, no? So this is the answer. Understood this problems, ratio problem only. Numbers might change in this equation, but the method is simple. Just take the sum formula, divide by 2, and whatever n minus 1 you get, equate it to the term, whichever term is asked, one number smaller than that, and then put it back, and you'll get the ratio. Any difficulty in this part? Next topic of AP is insertion of arithmetic means. Like if you know the first number and the last number of the AP, okay, then you can add all the numbers in between. Like how many you want, you can add as per whatever they ask. Now, first they consider as A, last number is considered as B. And middle numbers they are considering A2, A3. If they tell you insert 5 terms, then A1, A2, A3, A4, A5 you have to write. If they say insert 10 terms, you have to insert up till A10 then like that. Okay. Now depends on how many terms you have to add. So based on that, you'll have to first calculate the common difference. They will not give you the common difference. Only the first and the last number will be told. And add 5 terms, suppose. Then how much you'll have to break that first and the last term in such a way that always they are in AP. Like second minus first should be same as third minus, so like that. So this is the formula where you can calculate. Last minus first upon n plus 1. This is the formula to calculate your common difference. So this is your last term. This is your first term. And this is the number of terms to be inserted. Okay. So write this and keep. Questions are simple on this. Okay, only 2 extra, like bit complicated are there. They might be asked or not, but I'll do anyways. But if the direct question come, then they are very easy. You have to just know this. B minus A upon n plus 1 is the common difference formula. Now in the actual AP, A1 is which? Is it a first term? Actually, if you see in the whole AP, the full AP, it is the second term, correct? So that is why you have to take the second term as A plus 1D. Although it's like a small A to it. So here it will become 1. A2 is your small A3, that is why. So first term is A plus 1D. Second term will be like A plus 2D. Same number will come. Why it is? Because your actual first number is this. So in reality, it is the third term if you go to see. That is why here it is come matching. It's like a small A3, it is like. So n minus 1 will be 2 like that. That is why. So don't confuse this one with the general term formula. Okay. And so on. It will continue. So nth term, last term will be A plus n. So this is how you have to calculate. A will be anyways given to you. D you will find from this formula. You have to just substitute A and D and find all the terms. Suppose if you have to insert only one term, or you might come across this also, arithmetic mean of 2 numbers. Just write a note and give. Only if 2 numbers are there, then it is just average you have to put in the middle. half of that, because this minus this should be same as second minus. Anytime just arithmetic mean of two numbers is asked, it is always the average between them. Okay. Now we'll start solving the problems. No more any extra formula on AP, huh? That's it, done. Because this is the last formula for AP which you'll have to know. Next will be directly a GP formula then. So general term formula, sum formula, and the insertion form. All are simple formula. Start with the first question, page number 16. Find 6 AMs. AMs means arithmetic means. Huh? Find 6 arithmetic means between. Find or insert both mean the same thing. Okay? Find 6 AMs between 15 and minus 13. So write a first number, then up till A6. And last number you write. Because they have said you have to find 6 numbers between them. Now start calculating. Calculate common difference. So this is your A, this is B, and N is 6. First number is always A, last number is B. And how many terms they have told to add? 6 terms. N is 6. So write this formula and calculate your value of D. And then till A6 you have to find using this formula. Questions are very easy. They will only change the first, last number and how many terms to be added. So calculate the common difference between them. D is what? Again, say in your mind, B minus A upon N plus 1. Last minus first upon N plus 1, which is easy formula. D how much आला getting? Minus 4. Start calculating. First is what? 15. Directly also you can do this. Huh? D value put it as minus. Basically, we see it is going on reducing by 4 at a time. Up till A6 you have to do. No need to do the calculations again, you know that. 4, you keep on reducing. 11 minus 4, 7. 7 minus 4, next number will be 3. 3 minus 4 like that. 15, 6 into -4, minus 2. Now write a series back. 15, comma, this is the, we have inserted 6 numbers between first and the last. And if you see, all are in AP. Now exactly same way to the second one. Well, done. Second one. Second question. Insert 7 AMs between 2 and 17. This chapter a lot of marks, huh? Around 10, I think. So like more bigger than the trigonometry chapter, but easier than trigonometry. So these problems, if you understand and you are solving, you can get full marks in that. Only practice again and again. Try the next one, second one. Insert 7 AM, second question. Insert 7 AM between 2 and 17. Fifteen by 8 you are getting? Yes. Now your answers will be in terms of fractions. Cross multiply, right answer. You might get an easier one for exam also, or you could get like this fractions also. Both you have to be prepared for. First, you can cancel this. Some name, some different number. Huh? Which one? A, 5. Or 16. Oh. Okay. And then write in the sequence. So we may get a simple one or with the fractions. As long as you know the formula, b minus a upon n plus 1, you can solve any type of problem. Only the number n will change and the first and the last. So just put in the formula, calculate d, and this you know now. You have to always start with a plus d. How many terms asked? Find up till those, then write all the answers in one line. Put it back. Yeah. Okay. So that will be your final answer. So clear how to insert numbers? Third one. Between 1 and 31. M numbers have been inserted in such a way that the resulting sequence is in an AP. And the ratio to the 7th and the mth minus 1 term is 5/9. Find the value of m. Calculate a common difference first. N of who is there in place of n now? M. Wherever there is n, it will be there. A7 will be A plus 7D. That's why N minus. A we know, sorry. A value we know and D value we know. So A you put it as 1, D you put it as put it. Put it in this. And now cross multiply. Done for next one. That other way around you've done. 7. A this 7 is 7. Let's check whether they have taken this 7th they are talking about or the in general. That question. Same one it is. Same one. 1 plus 7. So in the question, they should have specified because it looks a bit confused. Cross multiplied. So the solution can. Now open up the brackets, or if you are directly written m plus 1, also that's fine. M plus 1 you will get. This will turn out to be 210 upon m plus 1. M value will get from there. Getting till this step, just check. Okay. Now this will be m plus 211. And this will be how much? 31m minus 29. And now cross multiply again. Mistake. Getting same? Check. Correct. Why these are not done? Fayal, the class? No, I think their class done it. Depends on the teacher also, I think. Who's doing what? Okay. Hey, I am Vendre. When oh, across multiply, cut mala. Oh, minus 1. Oh, minus 1. M minus 1 पर एक बार मैं रख प्लस केलो और माइनस आणि प्लस आ बाहेर मायनस ना तो. Understood? Numbers. Like this 2044 पे लगे थे. 14, 10, 14, 8, 9, 10. Getting this just check. Some mistake is done. And then check. Something is gone wrong. Huh? Which side is positive? This. Which fellow? This one? This was negative, no? This I brought him this side. Both are negative. Ah, this sign you're saying. Ah, okay. I thought this number is wrong. Something like this. In number. Again, check if any of the table 73 is coming. 73 into which table can give you 12? 6. No, 6 then. It is 40 data. 40 data. 10 will be 730. Okay. 14 check करे. It mare so directly did one. Iskon divide केला. Okay. If you want, you can do this way also. You directly divided 146. That's okay. It's okay. What is that? As long as you get correct answer, that's fine, no? And then 73 fours I. M will be 14. What is asked? Number of terms. Okay. So this is how it have to be done. Just ratio problems are asked then. Okay. Now for what value of n? What is the value of n when this is equals to arithmetic mean of a and b? Just now I gave you which is the formula for arithmetic mean of a and b. A plus b upon 2. Arithmetic mean of a and b is this I have not introduced, right? This is given in the question. If this is equals to arithmetic mean of a and b, what is the value of n is asked. So arithmetic mean of a and b means arithmetic of mean of just two numbers is a plus b by 2. Now cross multiply. Here four terms you will get. Open up the bracket. See, whichever problem I'm doing is there in the textbook. So if it is not done in your college, you can do it in the class. Don't stress too much for exams point of view there. But at least we can check now how to do. So this 2 will get multiplied to both of them. Now a raised to n into a raised to a. Suppose if you x square into x raised to 5, what you get normally? X raised to 7. How you get x raised to 7? Always powers get added whenever base is the same. So base is same. If power is nothing, it means it is 1. So you'll get a raised to n plus 1. Yeah, you cannot do anything. These are different letters. So that will remain same. Powers will get it. If the base is the same, or you can increase one more step. First, you could write a raised to n into a, and then you can write n plus 1. Either ways. Have well understood? Same base, then powers get added. This fellow and this fellow, you take him on the left hand side. Or side, you know, same terms I see. A raised to n plus 1, a raised to n. Always same. Take them on the left hand side. Then B, you break him on the other side. These two terms I'm keeping here only as of. This, whichever I've ticked marked, I've taken them on the left hand side. So plus will become minus here this side. 2, if nothing is there, what this coefficient means? 1. So 2 minus 1. And from here you have to minus here. So 2 minus 1 you'll get only 1. Same way, 2 minus 1 you'll get. Okay. So I've taken the like terms. Which are the like terms? This n plus 1 on one side. This one's like term I wrote here. So 2 minus 1 is 1. Now next step. Here A has a power. So this one and this one you write together, this fellow and this fellow. A raised to n, whichever has a power. This one I bring this. And B term I'm taking on the other side. This I'm taking this side, this cell I'm bringing this side. B term I'm taking on the right hand side, A term I'm bringing on the left. Now who is common between these two terms? A raised to n is common. A raised to n goes out, A raised to 1 will remain. Yes, same way B raised to n is common. What? Did not understand? Yeah? Huh? Okay. Now this is multiplication. And whichever answer you get, looking at that, you'll realize you did the entire problem for this answer. Common power is common. Now I want to know what power of n should be here. This also have to write in terms of a upon b. Or what value of this will give you 1? N has to be what value so that you get 1 here? 0. So this is the answer. They had asked you to find a value of n, so n is 0. So we did all this to get the value of n as 0. If this side was a upon b, then value of n would have been 1. If something like this was there, that means if you compare, it will be 1. Like since it is 1, you know that this fellow must have been 0 and then it became 1. Like, so n will be 0. So this was all about AP. Anyway, if it is not done in the college, you can ignore this problem. But first, second, third, please learn properly. Fourth one, I'm not asking you to stress anyways. If it is done, then only, otherwise you can skip. But first, second, third are the common problems which are asked for exams. Applications are not there. Again, last year they like the portion had got revised. So that is where they have removed all the applications. Even from linear inequalities also, applications are removed. Even from this chapter, applications are not there. So they will not do in the college also. Now we'll start. Till now, I think you all had learned only AP, no? Next, this part will be now GP, geometric progression. So without writing formula and all, I'll directly start with the example. Suppose if we have this as a sequence or series. Now in your syllabus, you have only 2 of them now. The AP will be there or GP will be there. In the exam, suppose if it is not mentioned, whether it is a AP or GP, they have simply said, find a first term and something like that, or just some question is asked and you want to check or sum of this series. Somebody tells you find a sum of this series. So you want to know first of all whether to use a AP formula, whether to use a GP formula. You don't know first how to check. AP means what I told you all, always minus NC. Common difference should remain same. 12 minus 4 is how much? 8. 36 minus 12 is not 8. Okay, so it will be 24. Here, when you are minusing, the difference is not remaining same. So it is not an AP for sure. If it is not an AP, what it will be then? GP, because you have only two of them. So this is how you can check for exam in case AP or GP is not mentioned in the question. So now you know this is GP, but how exactly it works? GP is always division. AP was minusing. This you have to divide, always second number upon first. So 12 upon 4 is 3. Same with third upon second is also 3. 12 3 is 36. 108 upon 36 is also. So like this, it will remain common throughout. So in GP, we have to always divide the numbers in. And this is called as common ratio. There it was called difference because we were minusing. Here we are dividing, that is why it is called ratio. So right now, the letter R will be used instead of D. A will remain same only. A is first term. Okay. So this is how a GP will work. So nth term like this. Next term upon the previous term. So this is common. So this is like the definition of GP. Okay, that's it. Now write a general term now. How we have, what was the AP's general term? Quickly tell me. N the term was what? A plus n minus 1D. The same way you have general term for GP, right? A R raised to n minus. Here it will be the power. N minus 1 will go up here in the power. And this is into, no plus n. So write a general term for GP. Right, geometric progression. You can write this example and then write it. Always second number upon first number. Huh? First upon second, if you do, it will be wrong. So write these details. Right here, this is the last term or general term, nth term. Like suppose if they tell you fifth term, 10th term, or sometimes it works as your last term. This is your first term. This is a common ratio. And these are your number of terms in the series. In general, whenever you want to find a GP, your first term is this. Next term will be how we have like A plus 2D, A plus 3D, like that. In general, your AP was what? General AP, A plus D, A plus 2D, like that. Go on increase because n minus 1. So here it is. Always one less here, power. Second term will be having power 1. Third term will be having power 2, like that. So now start answering the questions. Page number 17. So one question will ask, now we'll solve. First one. First and the second also you can solve. Find the ninth term of the progression. So here they have not mentioned AP or GP, but since we are doing a GP topic, we know that it is GP now, but in exams also I told you how to check the AP or GP. You have to minus and see. If it is not working minusing, then divide. So division, so then it will be a G. This is the sequence or series given to you. Ninth term is asked. N will be 9. First term is what? 1 by. Common ratio. Second upon first. Ulta it will become. Minus 2 is R. R is minus 2. Write a formula and substitute now. General term formula you write. Put the value of N. Easier way out, see this, rather than doing this fraction also you could do fourth upon third. This had no fractions if you see. Minus 2 upon 1 is minus straight up. So that way also you can do. So not necessary only second upon first. So easier numbers also you can pick. First term is here you have to pick the first one only. Here you don't have a check. R minus 2. Always use a bracket, huh? Because it depends on this power, whether it will make it positive or negative. Now, negative raised to even power will always be positive. So then minus will go now. Now 2 raised to 8. So you can calculate. You cannot simply cancel 2 with 4 over here first. Or you can write if I can split it like this also. Out of 8, 2 I am keeping out to cancel it with this fellow. And then you can make 2 raised to 6. 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. 64 you are getting 2 into 2 into 2 till 60. 2 raised to 8. What happened? Some mistake? Huh? Second one or first one? 2 raised to 8 upon 4. 2 raised to 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. 128, 256. 256. Point 28 again double. Okay, do the next. Second one is the last one. First, which term? Nth term is given now. N you have to find. Do the next one first. Now write a formula and substitute. Second question, which term of the GP is 128 is given? So which term is asked? So we don't know whether it is a fifth term, eighth term, 10th term, so n we have to find. So this 128, nth term is given as 128. A is the first term, R is the common ratio, second upon first. Write a formula and substitute. We don't know this value. 2 will go down here. A भी cancel मानना का है. Direct cancel माला. And power असता ना. And my कितने हैं 128 is equals to 1 में हाँ. And my 1 is equals to 128. Both can be equal. So this goes here. Or at least one power will be less. Raised to n you have to write n because it's like adding. No, still it will not. Don't go for that directly. Now n minus 1 belongs to both of them. Here. And this 2 goes here. So how much are getting here? 256. So 1 raised to anything is that one. Leave it as it. Now find factors of 256 in terms of 2. Huh? No, factors. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you have to write it in terms of powers. 2 raised to 8 बरोबर. You said in 1 upon 2 raised to n. Now equate this because base is same. So directly you can equate. So n minus 1 equals to 8. So n will be 9. That's the answer. So if this is in terms of power, this also we have to write in terms of power. 2 raised to what is 256 we have to write. How do you know? By finding the factors. So 8 numbers we got. So 2 raised to 8. And then compare. 1 raised power belongs to both. 1 raised to anything is 1. 1 raised to anything is 1. Understood this? So stop here. So next class will continue.